Good morning, everybody. This is Momin at Momin's Art, and beautiful Sunday morning in Toronto. And we're gonna have today's class repeating this subject matter again, as I got some requests to do that. How to paint the trees in watercolor. So I have my own painting. I painted last year, and this is I put on a screen right now. So let's have a look, and I want to talk about a little bit about this painting, and I want to check everything's okay so far. And let me go to my phone, make sure everything is working fine. Then we're gonna start the class in 2 minutes. I'm already late, so sorry about that for being late, but we're gonna start. And today's class is gonna be a fun class because we will do some abstract type of trees, and we'll do uh, some like like more realistic type of painting. So I would explain everything, how to mix colors, how to create a texture on the log of the trees, and that type of stuff. So let's start the class quickly. This is the uh, painting I am planning to put today. We're going to discuss this painting, and all right, let me just go put this on the side so we can quickly render this. This is a simple watercolor painting, and it doesn't require a lot of drawing and sketching skills. So let me just go back to the smaller version of my painting on my desk. Okay, so this basically that painting is very small. It's like it was I made some Christmas card last year, so this is one of these card. I will reveal the whole deck of the cards next class because I don't have it with me right now. I will show you guys like what these how can you make a small card like this in a later class, not today. Today we're just gonna work on how to create how to work with the small landscape and how to create the trees, like bring the more energy to your or to your painting. So let me grab another painting I want to discuss. Let me add that also because I have another one which I want to discuss, and let me go get that also. Give me 1 second. That is a little bit important also. That this one was a class one also. This is I am gonna just put on a screen quickly. So give me 1 second. So there you go. Hmm. All right. So this is the another one that we're gonna discuss quickly. Uh, there's some trees here, right? Like how to render some trees and small landscape painting, and how to control the light. Also, I really want to discuss about those things over and over because that is the most important part of your drawing and painting process. If you don't understand how to control the light, the proportions, and the mixing colors and then other stuff, it's just secondary, to be honest with you. It's just the main the base of the any type of painting you go and go ahead and do is the drawing and how to keep the proportions, and then plus how to control the light. If you have even if you have a flat painting like there's no light, you still need some kind of a to how to control the light, even though in the flat paintings also, right? Although there's no light, very gloomy day or something that you are trying to paint, but you still need some understanding of the light, how to create the light. If there's no light in your picture or reference or painting, then there will be no objects showing, because if you don't have light, there will be a dark painting, so there would be nothing in the painting. Just very simple. So let's get this off from my screen. I'm gonna let's get let's get started. I will I will start with this painting quickly, and we're gonna discuss about see how to draw the trees and all that, right? Like different type of trees. Let me get some. Give me 1 second. Let me discuss quickly about the trees first. Different type of trees you can draw, right? So let me go grab some. Okay, trees and trees. Okay, so this is I have a picture on my phone type of trees. So uh, if you are interested in doing a fair trees, then I will go. Let me just zoom in actually so you guys can see what I'm doing here. I will discuss about this painting also quickly. Let me just remove this out of the picture, and let's get this off. And okay, so if you are planning to do trees, right, like, so you should have some green color, or you should have understanding how to mix a green color. So if you don't know how to mix green color, then you should follow my videos on the on me on my channel. It show you how to mix your green colors, right? Or you can get a premix green color like a sap green or viridian green and all this type of green. But I would recommend get the green, which is you have to mix your own green. So you can have, let's say I want to mix I have a sap green, right? I picked it up. Let's draw the tree also, right? Like, so here this is the first tree, balsam fir, and I will go and put some shape of it. Very simple. You don't need to make it too complicated, right? Like, just go get it's very easy to render. Just go put some a green color. I grab some sap green from my palette, right? Just a little bit jagged edges. You don't want to go very smooth. And the point. So I'm using the Rosemary and Co. Round brush number 4. So this is what I'm using right now. So now see, I have the general impression of the tree right now. So what do you do now? You go and you can get some cadmium yellow, put in your palette, and now you can put some cadmium yellow in it too. Like a little bit here and there. You don't want to go too much, otherwise it'll be change the consistency of the color, and then it will be a little bit challenge for you, right? So I will put some cadmium yellow in it, mix it up with the sap green, and let's check everything is fine. Okay, yeah, everything's fine, hopefully. Now, what do? You can get a Payne's gray, or you can get a ultramarine blue. I would use ultramarine blue. I would recommend use ultramarine. Or what you can do, you can go and grab some Payne's gray or lamp black, but don't put too much lamp black in it, right? Like, otherwise Payne's gray or lamp black, then it will make your green color very dirty. So now I will control the light. So I have the shape done, right? I have a nice tree shape. Now I'm gonna go grab some dark color. So I will make some now I'm controlling the light. Basically, I'm controlling the light on the tree. Let's put a little bit dark color. See, I put too much dark color in right here. So what I will do, I will pick up some color from here, because it's too much dark. You don't want to get too much dark. So here, picked it up a little bit. There you go. It's gone now. So the bulb, like a big blob of the black color, I by mistake I put it. I just you can lift it up. It's not a problem. The watercolor is the best medium, so you can fix the problem as long as the wash is wet. If you let it uh, dry, it's still you can lift some colors, but you cannot overwork any type of medium you work. If you overwork, then it will show right away that this painting has been overworked, and you try to fix the one problem too many times, then it will basically it happens to any painting medium you do. The overworked paintings will show right away. Okay, Let me grab some more sap green. I need some punch in this tree. So here, let's put some sap green. Bring some more energy, more, contrast color wise in this. And now I'm going to go grab some sepia color, very dark sepia color, no water in my brush. So I will pick up some sepia color and then I will put the log of this tree. Like, see that I'm just working with a very dry brush, right? I don't need a lot of wet brush. So if you work with a wet brush, then what happened? All that the accumulated water here in this on the tree, it will travel down and it will create a problem for you in your painting. Now, what you can do at this stage, you can go pick up some color and bring some more depth, uh, more volume to your painting like that. You can pick it up some color like this, right? With a dry brush, you don't want to go. You make sure your brush is very dry, and then you can pick up some colors uh, from your tree. And this is basically that your practice also, right? This is you learning by just drawing a small trees like that. Just practice, practice, and when you feel comfortable, you said, okay, I'm good with the drawing trees. Then you go and get the integrate all these small subjects into your big painting, like a landscape painting or whatever you want to do. I will show you actually. So here, done, right? One tree is done. Now we're gonna go to the other tree, which is the it's a Korean fair. I like that tree. So what do? You go put the stump, the log of the tree with the dry, a little bit dry brush marks, like, so you can create some texture, and then grab some sap green, right? Sap green and a little bit viridian green. I need some more contrast in my color, more vibrancy in my color. So, and I will go and put this a little bit kind of jagged type of marks with this foliage, right, on this tree. And you go a little bit more. That's it, more loose is better, right? Like if you go very focused, very control type of work, then you are basically you're working on organic stuff. So you make sure that the more loose is better. So if you do a little bit kind of a more focused, more you know realistic type of work, that's fine too. But you just go with the more kind of a loose approach, right? Now you go, keep going down. Let me just make change the consistency of the color here. So that's a beautiful tree. This is such a lovely tree. Here, let's get some more sap green, get some more color. And now we're coming to the bottom of the tree. So you see, I'm working with the brush. Like you just making the brush here and there, and that's all you need basically. You don't need to draw. Like you don't want to do a magic here. Just a small brush stroke, and then underneath these foliage, you just put some dark value, so you can create some more depth and more volume to your painting. And that's it. Here I will go put some the top foliage here. A little bit here you have to be a little bit careful on the top. You don't want to go. What people does when they make a mistake, at this side they go longer, longer, longer. Fix the problem. Just if you're not satisfied here at this point, this is very important. So please pay attention. This is, if you made a mistake here, if you made a mistake here, you made a mistake at the edges, the boundaries of your painting, and then you start fixing the problem. Like, see, I try to fix a problem, make the edge nice, beautiful, right? I'm keep going and going, going. Now the tree is getting bigger and bigger on the top. If you make a mistake here on the log and you say, oh, I'm not satisfied, I want to do more, 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 more. So what happens? The tree will go more toward the corner of your paper or canvas, whatever you're doing, and then it will create problem for you. So you don't want to do that. You just, whatever you get, you just leave it there, and you don't want to overwork your painting, otherwise it will show right away. So here I will put some more dark color here underneath. I can get some more depth into my painting, more volume, control the light. Basically, this is what I am doing here, controlling the light. Okay, now let's go to the other one quickly. This one is a Fraser Fair, and this is basically, this is here, Fraser Fair here. And let's go, I want to see more, like Noble Fair. Let's go to Noble Fair. This is more interesting tree, right? Let's keep this here. Now, Noble Fair is, you just put a, let's get some sap green. Mix it up with a Viridian green. Always remember, you see that I put a cadmium yellow. This is my cadmium yellow, right? And this is my Viridian, very sharp acid type of green color. This is my sap green, right? And you can, you need to mix all these color, or if you, better yet, if you have a lemon yellow, that works really good on the foliage. See, I have a lemon yellow, very sharp, very, or you have, if you have a gombosh, new gombosh, you can use that also. That will give you more intensity in your green color. So I have these yellow colors, I have another lemon yellow. So what I will do, I will mix all these three colors, all five colors. You don't need to mix all five colors, to be honest with you. But if you need a beautiful green color, that's what you have to do. See that nice, beautiful, fresh green color, and it looks very mature also, okay? Is not, so if I put a, see that this cadmium yellow has more red in it, right? Like if I put this cadmium yellow here, oh sorry, here. If I put a cadmium yellow, then it makes this green more dirty. Like, it's not gonna give you a beautiful type of green color. But if you have this lemon yellow or gombosh, new gombosh or gombosh, or you have another, I have another lemon yellow, these colors, this is more like a, like a paler hue. I think this is a cadmium yellow, pale hue. This is a lemon yellow, and this is a cadmium yellow, right? So deep hue, pale hue, lemon yellow. If you have these colors, I would prefer lemon yellow to go into my green, and then you get a beautiful green color here. Okay, so let's go make this tree. Well, I was making a tree now. What? Okay, here, let's do this here quickly. So I would put a lemon yellow. This is another way of doing it, right? Like instead of mixing color in a palette and just go here and do your trees. So let's do this tree here. Now the foliage is going up on this tree. I mean, like, this is another way, a little bit, this is a kind of a little bit tedious way, right? Like you mixing colors, you planning to mix colors right on the paper. So that's what I am doing. That's another way of doing watercolor. You can do big paintings with this, that type of work. I mean, that type of technique, or you can just go with this simple mix a color in your palette and just put it here. And then when you are done with the first layer, then you can treat it with the other layers by creating a more dark value into the painting, right? Here, let's go. So I have the lemon yellow laid down. That is my first layer, right? Then I will pick up some sap green and just put it right on the paper. Like, see, the wash is still wet, so I will just go. If you like that type of work and you enjoy more mixing colors right on the paper, please go ahead. Would be another way of doing a watercolor. So if you enjoy that, some people, they like it. They like to work wet into wet. So that is a wet into wet technique, just to let you know. You can work like that. That's another way of doing watercolor. Or you can mix your own color and just work on the layers, right? So here, and I will go grab my Payne's Gray, some sap green, mix with the Payne's gray, and I will put right on the bottom, or just go make a little bit dark underneath these foliage, the branches going up, right? So create more depth into the tree. Now, finally, I'll pick up some Van Dyke brown, sepia, or burnt umber, or any those dark brown color. Dark, I would call dark orange. So, any type of color that you have, you can just go, but you don't want to go too much, right? These are very dark, intense colors, so you be a little bit careful, right? You don't want to put too much, otherwise I would prefer, I would go mix it up with the burnt umber, sepia, Van Dyke brown, and raw umber. These color, umber color, you need to, if you don't like the intensity of the color and you think it's too dark and too sharp, then you can go and put some, or mix it up with some orange color. Just get a beautiful, I have a nice cadmium orange, so I will put some cadmium orange and create some more texture, more depth into this the tree trunk, right? Let's put some more dark green color, and then I can still work because the wash is still wet, right? So I can go and keep working on it and create the more depth and volume into my painting. And now you can adjust the uh, the size of the but like I said, you don't want to adjust too much, otherwise it'll be go a little bit out of control. You don't want to do that. Let's get some lemon yellow, put it here, and some I put some sap green also. And the other thing is, you don't want to mix too much color here, right? If you mixing too much color, then it will become like a grayish or dirty type of green color. So make sure that whatever the layers you started with, you need to those layer has to be there. Otherwise, what happen if you mixing up too much color here, right, in this boundary of this tree, right, the limits of this tree, then what happen, slowly you mixing up too much color, and the you don't need to give the wash chance to mingle each other. You need to keep them separate. That is the beauty of that is the main secret of the watercolor. People get have problems, so you don't want to go and let them mix at one place, right? You just keep them separate, get them a little bit dry, then you put another one if you like to work in the wet into wet. Otherwise, your choice will be here. You can go mix it up, the color, you put one layer, right? You put one layer and then you let it dry, and then you put another layer. So that is the another way of doing it. If you're not happy, or you don't want to work on the wet into wet, so this is another way of doing it. So get a little bit more control type of work, right? Here is more loose, as you can see, beautiful. Let me zoom in. Actually, I will show you what it is. So see that beautiful textures are building up. The washes are working, try to get into each other, but I put enough so it's not gonna mix. The dark value here is stay the same. Then the top, there's a light coming on the top, so it stay the light, right? If I go and mix it up like with a brush, and I try to create some more drama, and I said no, I'm not happy with that, I want to get some more out of it. So what happened, you get more, but then finally you get nothing, like you mix so much color, and then everything become grayish. Basically what happened, if that brown color get into the green color, and remember the green color is the mix of uh, yellow and the blue color, right? So if you have two these color, and I have a Prussian blue, and I'm gonna mix up Prussian blue and lemon yellow, so you will get a nice green color. So this is the green color basically, right? And the brown color is the red color, right? and the blue color, any cobalt blue or ultramarine blue or any warm blue, that is basically this is the brown color. So if you put more, let me just go, I'll show you actually. Put some more cadmium red. Actually, I put so much water. Let's pick it up some water out of here. Too much water, we don't need that water here because we want to go quickly and move to the demo. Here I put a nice cadmium red and I have a cobalt blue. I put a some, oh sorry, here, here, cobalt blue, right? More cobalt, or you can use the ultramarine blue if you want. So what happened? This become a nice bluish gray color, right? But soon as you put more red color in it and a little bit more red, it give you a nice. See that it turning into the dark brown color. So that's how you work with your colors, right? So now the point is this is the color I just mixed, right? So what happened when you mix all these three colors in one place? What happened? It becomes a dirty gray. I wouldn't say, I don't know why I say gray, dirty gray color. It's a beautiful grayish color. If you have more red in it, it will become a kind of a reddish gray color, right? If you have more blue in it, let's put some more blue in it, then it will become a beautiful bluish gray color. Let's put some more red in it and here. So that's what happened. If I this is the tree here, basically that would be the result of the tree here. Let's see. Oh, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom out. So this is what happened with this tree. I mean, like I know it's a shape is a horrible shape, but this is what happened with your tree. If you're mixing up too much color and either you get purple, brownish, red color, or some color will turn because you mixing up too many colors, right? Okay, so let's move on. Let's go to the painting and let's start the painting. We're gonna do the painting and let me get this my sketchbook out of here. We're gonna grab my paper, watercolor paper here, right? And I'm gonna use this beautiful Rosemary and Co. Brush, a squirrel brush, because I have big washes to do. Let me zoom out so you guys can see my palette also, right? We're gonna review, let everybody see what's going on here. Otherwise, if you don't see my palette, then so the brushes I'm working with, this is a Rosemary and Co. number 10 round brush, a squirrel, pure squirrel brush. Holds a lot of water. It has a beautiful, nice point, right? That's a beautiful mid-sized mop brush. So if you have painting like this, these brushes work like beautiful, like a charm, you know. And this is the Skoda brush. Skoda company gave me when I was in TWS convention in Italy, Fabriano. That's where I receive. I keep it. I don't use that brush because it's just okay brush, right? I use for the spatter, right? When I need to do spatter, that's what I need because it has a nice springy and it holds the water also, right? So I use only for spatter, and that's it. And again, I have a beautiful round rigger type of brush, right? Very small rigger made by Rosemary and Co. These are beautiful brushes. And I have a Fumi number 0 for a small work, you know, like a small work. So this is all you need for a smaller painting like this size, you know. This size is, I believe, is 6 by 12. And the paper I use is always, I use my first choice is a Fabriano cold press. Smaller painting I go 90 pound, 120 pound. Yeah, a bigger painting 22 by 30 or 15 by 30 and then I will go 200 pound or 300 pound, depends on how much. If I'm planning to do wet into wet, then you consider a heavyweight paper. Minimum I would say like 200 pound. For a smaller painting, 120 pound. This type of painting, 120 pound. Otherwise, if you use a 90 pound paper and you use a lot of water and you like to work on wet into wet, then this would be a problem for you. So I mean, like, problem, challenge, whatever you call it. Now let's put the painting on the screen because we're gonna do some quickly a painting here. Okay, so you see that this is a very, I didn't sketch this painting when I was working on it, so you could do the same thing. Sorry about that. Okay, so I will grab some random colors out of my palette. I have some kind of a purple color, maybe mix all these colors I have previously, right? So I am gonna use, I will clean my palette here, and you can do that same thing in practice, but I would recommend you should, if you're intermediate or beginner, you should mix your own colors here in the palette, right? Like, mix the colors. Let me take these brushes off from here so you can see my palette more. Let's bring the palette here because we have the paper here, white, and keep the here. So there you go. That's better. And I will bring the water here also closer. So what happened, you can do that, or you can go and mix your own color. See, I have a French ultramarine on the top. You can go mix your French ultramarine here somewhere, like, get the color out of the palette first. If you make sure you wipe it off so you don't need that problem, get a grayish color. What people say, muddy color, I would never say a muddy color. Every color is a beautiful color. No color is a muddy color. No color is a dirty color. All colors, it depends what you're using, right? Like, if you are overcast guy, and then you need those colors, right? You don't wanna, I would never say it's a dirty color or whatever. I use this language sometimes because it's been around so many times I heard. So it goes, So anyway, let's start the painting. So the dry paper, right? You can put some very clear water. If you like to get a very smooth type of washes, you can put a little bit water, right? You can go. You don't want to soak too much. If you soak too much, then it will be a little bit problem for you. So, but you don't want to soak too much, and you go wet your paper, and now you go grab all these colors. If I have this color, I like this color, right? Some cadmium red, some brown color I have, so I will put some cobalt blue in it. Let's put some more cobalt blue, and I will get a beautiful dark type of purple color. So I will put that color, and quickly, you don't want to wait too much. And here I will go more cobalt blue, right? More cobalt blue. I need a little bit more bluish type, grayish, bluish type color, and then I will go lay down the washes quickly. And I will go get some cadmium orange. If you straight from the palette, you can leave it. You can put it here. See what color is you are mixing. That's a good practice. You put it here, and you will see what type of color you are planning to put on your painting, right? So I will put a little bit cadmium orange, bring some more energy to my painting. And now what do you do? I will grab some cadmium yellow, mix it up with this. You don't want to put the cadmium yellow straight on your painting, right? So I will just go put some, mix it up with the cadmium orange, and bring it down here. So the bottom of the painting is mostly like has a little bit uh, kind of a yellowish type for the foreground, midground. So I will just extend this color all the way down, and then I left some dry brush marks, right? So I can create some more stuff along the way, or when the painting is dry. You can just leave it very, pale, and you can go layer upon layer. So far I'm working wet into wet. I put some color, and then I let it mix. You can see that beautiful. The washes are because I put some water. Here I didn't put some water, right, on the foreground and the midground. So what happened? It creates some. I mean, like, you can just go and wipe it off these dry brush marks, but I didn't wet the paper because I need these dry brush marks, right? So I would just leave this, and I can use it for later on for making some type of uneven ground, right? Like, you can create some. If you put a dark, I will show you actually. If you put a little bit dark value against it, and it create like uneven surface on the on your painting. So I will put this mob brush away, and I will work with this smaller brush now, and if I need it, I can go and grab again that mob brush, right? So now the painting is still wet. You can dry your painting at this stage if you want. It's up to you, or you can go grab some sepia color, mix it up with the with this cadmium yellow and cadmium red, cadmium orange wash, and then you can put some cobalt blue in it. Get a nice, if you want a warm gray color, you can keep the orange color in there, or if you need a more bluish gray color, you can put some French ultramarine or ultramarine blue, and get a beautiful gray color. That's how you mix your grays, right? And I think I have some burnt sienna here. Let's get this burnt sienna inside, and get this color, like, warm it up a little bit, because it showed like it's a little bit cool color. So here it's a warm gray color I mix. So what do you do, on the horizon line, you can put a little bit here to create a line here, and I'm working on wet into wet. So there you go. And actually it become a landscape painting class now instead of the trees here. So I will put this line. So basically you want to bring it out some out of your painting, right? Like you said, okay, I at least I can see my painting evolving, right? That give you more energy, more, like you said, okay, I want to do more now. So you go grab some cadmium orange, mix it up with your gray, bluish gray or brownish gray color, and then I will go and put some color here, wet into wet, and I'm not deleting these white dry brush marks, and I'm putting a little bit against these wet into wet, little bit here there, right, like that white here. So it create a beautiful uneven ground for me, and I don't have to do anything here. Let's bring it down, some here, some here. There you go. And now the spatter, right? Like, I have this Scora brush. I can go grab some orange, mix it color a little bit light, and then I will go with my finger, and I will create some spatter, right? Like, on the foreground, get some more uh, natural type of. You don't want to do too much. If you do too much, then it will create. It will be too much, and the color will get muddy, right? So I mean, sorry, not muddy. It'll be it'll become a gray color here. And if you put too much, then you can just go wipe it off a little bit with the brush. It doesn't harm, because when the watercolor dry, it become lighter. So here, okay. So beautiful, beautiful texture building up, right? You can use. I have I have this granulation medium. You can mix your granulation medium. If I can open, yeah, there you go. So you can have this, which I don't use. You can use the granulation medium. It create a beautiful granulation. There you go. See, it's coming already. I'm gonna clean my brush and get some French ultramarine. And beautiful. See, that's working beautiful. Actually, I have a nice granulation buildup. This is made by Winsor and Newton, and you can use this if you are after more texture, more, like that type of work. You can use this granulation medium if you want. Let me just focus this. Yeah, there you go. And there's another medium which I have it for long time. This is the watercolor blending medium. I don't know what Winsor Newton make this anymore or whatever. So whatever we did here on this painting, this is what you can do. You can get this blending medium and work with the blending medium. And basically, it's slowed down the drying process also of the watercolor, right? So you can see that on the bottle. It clearly says slow drawing. So if you use those medium, that's fine. No problem. So here my first wash is done, right? And first maybe a little bit second wash here with the French ultramarine. Now what I will do at this stage, I'm going to dry this painting because we need some dry surface so we can work on wet on dry. Let's dry this painting. I think that's enough. I can work with that. So you can dry more. You still have some left the moisture on the paper, but if you want to dry more, you're a type of person that you like to work on the more drier paper, then you can dry more. It's not a problem. Now what I will do, I will go grab some sepia color and I will mix it up with my. Don't let the paint go waste because this is here, and I will use all the time the paint from the. Now this is, you need to be a little bit careful, right? You don't want to go very aggressive or just go a little bit, right? Go quickly if you want. If you don't want to go quickly, that's fine. Make sure you brush it very dry. If you using a wet brush, then it will be a problem. So make sure the brush is very dry. Although you will get a very thin mark, I mean like very light marks with the brush. It's okay. You know what? Instead of getting a problem in your painting, light can be fixed, but the dark, big, like a puddle of the water is hard to fix. So you can go and get this here. Let's get some more branches since I have another branch here of this tree, and you can put this here. See that what you do? The idea is, let me go zoom in with this tree. So what do? You keep your brush here and then you just go quickly. You keep your brush like that, one straight, and then you go quickly, 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 and that's how you build up all these branches quickly. But you don't want to go if you train with them. Some people go too much and then it looks too much, right? So you go quickly, put some more here, here, there, one maybe drop like that, like create more natural type of. Some dry brush, if you want, you can go mix it up with the more cadmium orange, or better yet, you can get some cadmium yellow. I have the Naples yellow, beautiful Naples yellow. I can use that also. Bring this yellow ochre type of color. and I will go get some dry brush marks along this tree, so it create more like a give me a the level of the ground here. Instead of leaving this tree alone, I'll go create some marks here like this. Some dry brush mark on the paper, create more uneven type of ground. And as soon as you see the line goes down like this, you are working, and then you line goes down, you just go get your brush wet, and then it's okay. You know what, if it is coming here, that's fine. But if you don't like it, you can go wet your brush and just wipe it out. Just go and quickly and remove that. So here, now I will go grab some sepia color, and I will put a little bit on this trunk of the tree here and there, so it create a little bit more volume, more depth to it. Because remember, I dry my brush, so we can get a very sharp marks with the brush. Less water, more pigment. So here I put some dark color. You don't want to put too dark color, right? So some, maybe some, put some cadmium orange, bring some more to it. Let's go. If you want to go a little bit outside of this log, and then you can have that also, so create a little bit. And now what I will do, if you need, now this is the time you want to get a green tree or a brown tree or like a more drier tree. It's all up to you, right? Like this painting, the mood of the painting is more like a grayish painting, and you don't want to put a green color here. So what I will do, I will go grab this nice gray color, and then you put the foliage. If you want to bring the foliage, it's up to you. You can leave it the tree as it, and but I won't. I want to get some more energy in my painting, so I will go grab. I'll put some foliage in it. That's just a little bit mark, here and there. You don't want to do too much, otherwise. And keep this foliage separate. You don't want to go put too much at one place. So I will spread it a little bit and soften it out. Soft these edges a little bit. That create more natural look to and it looks very good actually. There you go. So I'm done with the tree. If you want, you can go grab some with the dry brush mark. You can put some grass or something here, or with the yellow ochre type of color. I have the cadmium yellow, and I mix it up with the sepia color, and a little bit tone it down my cadmium yellow, and you can put some grass here like that. Like a little bit, just bring some more interest to your painting. Wet into wet is not going to work, so you need to make sure the paper is dry, and then you put these marks, right? And then if you more precise, where you want to work with more precise, then just put a little bit dark color against these bushes, and then it create more illusion. Like now I will let's zoom out a little bit. I think this is it, and we can, now the painting is almost there. What time is it? Okay, we don't have enough time left. So I will go, and you can go grab some dark color, and you can put some dark color here if you want. Mix it up with very light gray color. I can go put this more, like get some more, a little bit dark, so it create more like a horizon line, and separate. And the atmospheric perspective, you don't want to go make it too dark, right? And then you can do the same thing with the dry brush mark. Get some sepia color, and then you can put another tree here if you want, like if you have time. Not too dark, because you are working on this atmospheric perspective. So you can put another tree here, just quickly. Just quick. This time I'm holding the brush like this, so I need a more control type of wash, and it's a smaller here. I can do this, but you can do this here also, but it will be a little bit if you do too much, then you need to erase it, right? You could just go with the here. Actually, it's working here. So one tree here, and then you can put another tree here if you want. If you're a type of person you want to see more trees in your painting, you can put another tree here like this. Right here, get some burnt umber, sepia. I have the burnt umber and the sepia in my palette all the time. I like to see more contrast in my painting, so I keep those two colors. It works the same way. Sepia is more intense type of dark color. Sepia is a beautiful color. And now I will go grab some bluish gray color and put the foliage on this tree. A little bit here there. These are the painting that you can practice. Basically what happened, it gives you a chance to practice how to lay down the washes. A very beautiful smooth washes blending. See the cadmium orange is blending into the French ultramarine. I put some cobalt blue and I mix it up some previous colors like a purplish color, and it just worked beautiful. It blends so good. And this is your chance to learn how to blend colors, how to keep a very smooth washes. Basically it's a very graded wash, so it mixing up cadmium orange, cobalt blue, and some purple color. So that's how you create that's how you blend colors, right? And then I create a nice atmospheric perspective. See, a lot of people, they don't understand. They have learned so much out of the painting, but they just unconsciously they don't realize, right? Like what they are learning, they're just working. But if you pay attention, you learn so much out of the small, simple painting. You don't want to make it too complicated painting to learn something. You just can learn something very basic type of paintings. You can get so much information out of a small painting, right? I mean, the process or watercolor, how the watercolor works. Some people, they just picked up a very hard subject and they end up in leaving the watercolor alone because they say it's too hard medium. Because if you picked up a very hard medium, and any medium will be a little bit problem for you. So you just want to make sure you have a easy subject, and then you work with these easy subject and uh, get some out of it, learn something, right? Here, let's put some bushes here on the foreground, get some more energy to my painting. And yeah, some dark color. Let's get some burnt umber, mix it up with the cadmium orange. Don't let this wash go waste. And then I will put some underneath the dark color, like here, create some more depth into my painting in the foreground. Let's put some dark, and then you can go create some more layers, right? Like, don't want to block the whole thing, right? Just go a little bit, another layer here, and get some little bit more dark sepia color. Or you know what, I will just use the French ultramarine. French ultramarine will give us a chance to bring some blue color into the painting, right? Get some blue color and get this more little bit dry brush marks. And yeah, dry brush marks from here there. Maybe let's put some French ultramarine here also. See, this is a more like a flat painting, right? Like there's no light, there's nothing. But if you said, okay, I want to get some light into this painting, and then you go put a moon or sun or something in the on the horizon. Let's get. I have this nice titanium white, and I will put a moon here, sun, or something, whatever you call. I would call the sun, sunset, right? I put a sunset here. I'm going to reveal this after when I finish the class right now. Then you get some French ultramarine, very pale type of shadow of this tree. You can bring it down here like this. And this tree will cast some shadow. You don't want to go too dark because this will create some problem for you. Because farther it will be more darker, I mean lighter, sorry. And close it, you can work with the dark colors because it's very close. And here, let's wipe it off a little bit, the foliage. So see that I create the light in my painting very quickly. You don't need to worry about too much. And I create some light into my painting, and then I will go a little bit here, these bushes, put some shadow here. Let's get some here also. Let's get some dark value against these pebbles or whatever is sitting, so I can get some more depth into my painting. And here, there, beautiful purplish type of color I have in my palette, and then let's go a little bit here. So there you go. That's it. So I once you dry the painting, then it will create some and the more work on it if you want. You can let me just put more white color so I can get a beautiful white type of moon. Let me zoom in. Actually, I'll zoom in so I can show more out of. Let's get the palette out of here. We don't need this palette here. We need the painting actually. I know time is almost done, so let's talk about the painting quickly. I wanna get the painting off from the screen. Let's turn it off so we can have the only painting on the horizon. I would say here. Let's zoom out a little bit. Right, zoom out here. So this is the today's painting. Simple. You don't need it to, as you can see, I wet the paper. I use the previous mixes. You don't need to mix a special color. Just I mix it up. There was some blue red color I think in it, so it becomes a purple color on the top. Let me just go grab a pencil actually. Oh, here, this brush works good. I'm gonna wrap up the class in quickly. So that is a purple color I use from the palette. This is a I use some French ultramarine in the same, make it a little bit bluish. Then I use a cadmium orange, and then I mix it up cadmium orange with the cadmium yellow, so I can get more light, like a yellowish type of color. So I put this color here, and then I render the whole thing here and there, right? As you can see, I brought down this wash all the way on the bottom because this is the same color, right? Same, almost same color, so I can get away with this. You don't need to mix a different color or something. So I can work with this color all the way down in the foreground. So these are the things you should understand. Like, okay, you have color, or if you want to put another layer, you can delete that color and you can just keep some peeking out and just delete the color, right? Put a glaze it, put another layer or something. Then finally I create some a dark value, put some French ultramarine, create more bushes here, some trees here, addition to the painting. You can do, but you don't want to put so many trees. Like, you don't want to put like 10 trees here. Then the composition point of view, the painting won't look good. No matter what you do, how hard you work, how beautiful your work is, but if the composition is not good, the painting will look unbalanced. It won't be no harmony in your painting. So make sure your composition, you don't want to overcrowd your painting. You don't want to put too much stuff in your painting, and keep it simple. Learn the process, learn the washes, how to mix color, how to blend colors, how to compose your painting, and how to work with the brushes, like different brushes, what mauve brush does, what this brush does. So liner brush will work for the smaller, this type of brushes where smaller detail work, which I don't use it too often, but you can use it if you like to do a small work. You can do, and I lift some colors also. As soon as you see a color is dominating and it is too much on your painting, you just go lift it up. See that I lifted up all that sepia color out of the log of this. I honestly, it was kind of dry and I didn't like it, so I just picked it up. So now it's paler, is not intense as I was start working on it. So and then I put a little bit sun here with the white. I have a titanium white, and I use that for a little bit circle, and then I control the light. That's how you control the light, the shadow, and a little bit perspective also. So if there's a tree here, let me show you quickly. I still have a color in my palette. So let's say if there's a tree here, and a little bit not, we don't want to do too much. So let's get this make a foliage. It looks like too blunt. Now here I'm gonna go and get some darker color. So here the shadow will be like this. So because of the perspective, right? If you're working on the landscape and you like to do all these trees and everything, then you need to work on this type of work. You have to understand the perspective also. Let's get some more darker purplish color so I can have some, and it will die down somewhere here. You don't want to go too far, and there you go. So this is how the first, where the light is source is, the shadow will be like this shadow will be going this way, this will be more further down. That's what shows the perspective, and this you can see that. And then the bushes, I put some shadow, so these bushes shadow will be going. So that's how you show the perspective, the tunnel into your work, right? So if you do say straight, then it will kind of look like a little bit not, balanced. But if you do this, then this will explain more. It's converging to the light source, right? Like where the light is coming from. So that's how you create the visual language. Basically, that's how you tell that here my painting is like this, converging from here there. This is your basically vanishing point. This is your converging point on your painting. That's how I will explain more. Actually, we were in a trees class, and now I go further down. I like to explain too much along with the painting. So anyway, let's finish, and I will when I start the next class, we're gonna do some landscape again in watercolor, and I will explain the perspective. That is a very important subject also for people who are working on the landscape painting. If you the cityscape, landscape, seascape, all requires some type of knowledge of the perspective also. Okay, so let's wrap up the class. Thank you so much for being here, and hopefully I got some nice response a week 2 weeks ago, and I really thanking whoever shared the video. I humbly and I'm very pleased. I really, from my bottom of my heart, I say thank you to someone who shared the videos, and we have a lot of subscribers came in within a week. So please do that if you want to keep me going and help the channel, because it's not my channel, it's your channel also, right? Just put this way, this is your channel. We are one family and one team, and we working. I won't share my the expertise or whatever you call it, my skill. So you need to share, share, so everybody, let everybody enjoy the process. So okay, and thank you so much, and have a good weekend, and hopefully you will learn something out of the class. And if you have any questions or concern that you didn't get it, or there's I'm going too fast, too slow, please give me a comments, and I will control my pace. I like to teach a little bit faster, but if you are uncomfortable with that and you want me to make it slow down a little bit, I will please lead the message and comments, and I will adjust my process accordingly. Okay, so all right, And please again subscribe, share the video, subscribe the channel, hit the icon button, bell icon, so you can be notified when I'm online or putting a new video. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll see you next week with the landscape class. We're gonna cover this again. I will do more. We're gonna go a little bit green, not just a very dry type of painting. We're gonna go green next week, and I will show you how to work with the perspective and the control the light also. Okay, thank you so much, and have a great day. Let me just go.